Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. A little more business to take care of. It's been alluded to about tough times we're in, and I like the statement from Gregory Peck that tough times don't last, tough people do. And we've got tough people all throughout Union County, and I appreciate all of you. You know, I get around to the schools as much as I can, and I've been in lots of your classrooms, and there's just outstanding teaching going on throughout the school system. And I know Dr. Ellis and Dr. Clark, Dr. Webb, Dr. Patterson, those of us who were teachers years ago, you know, we considered ourselves pretty good teachers. But I tell you folks, I don't know if I could hold a candle to any of you and the job you do and all the challenges you have and everything that we throw at you and the state throws at you and the federal government throws at you. It's just, I'm amazed every year. It seems like the teaching, the caliber of teaching gets better and better and better. And we do well every year because of you. You know, all of you tonight as school representatives, you're winners. And, you know, I don't want anybody, you know, there's going to be one person that's going to be designated tonight as the Union County Public School Teacher of the Year. But if you're not designated that, don't think any less of yourself. You've been selected by the teachers in your school as the best of the best in that school. And how do you build a great school system? You build it school by school. How do you build a great school? You build it teacher by teacher. Those are the building blocks of a great school system. And great teachers we have, and you are the best of the best, and we applaud and celebrate all of you. I love this evening because, you know, the two main stakeholders in our school district are our students first and foremost, and we have celebrations of them this spring with graduation. I love graduations because that's the culmination of everything we work for from the time they enter kindergarten to the time they graduate. And then tonight we celebrate our second most important group of stakeholders, classroom teachers. Because the magic that happens between students and teachers, that's our business, that's our mission, preparing our students to succeed. I could go on and on, but I'm not. It's time to announce and recognize the Union County Public Schools Teacher of the Year for 2012-2013. Those of you old enough to remember Johnny Carson, I kind of feel like Karnak, you know, with an envelope, please. Some of you don't remember that. This is a great choice, folks, great choice. And I think we'd have had a great choice no matter what. But the 2012-2013 Union County Public School Teacher of the Year is Mr. Maxie Johnson from East Union Middle School. Over to Mr. Johnson. I just happened to be in his classroom this week. Just happened to be visiting East Union, and I was in his classroom. And this man can flat teach, I'm going to tell you. I walked out of the classroom, and Dr. Hoover, the principal, was in the hallway, and I said, does he always teach like that? Does he always have it? He had no idea I was coming, and I was only in there 5 or 6 minutes. I said, is he always that engaged with the kids? Is he always that energetic? I said, he must be worn out at the end of the day. They said, no, the kids are worn out, and his colleagues are worn out, but he's the Energizer Bunny. This is a wonderful representative of the teaching profession. Congratulations, Mr. Johnson.
Okay, no pictures, no pictures. First and foremost, I do thank God. I really don't even know what to say, but I will definitely say I thank God. It's been a long journey. It's been an exciting journey. Getting started in education back in Illinois, going to Arizona, and coming out here, just all the little hurdles, different things like that. He's seen me through everything. So I definitely got to give props to him first and foremost. Next, I definitely better be thanking my wife over there, who was getting all dolled up, and I'm like, would you come on, let's go, let's go. And she was like, I'm coming. I was like, you can't be mad at me today. You know, you just can't. So I do appreciate her. I love her. She's been there every step of the way, all the time, and I just appreciate her and everything that she does. So I love you, and I appreciate that. Next, Dr. Hoover, he's all year long, he's been, you know, he is more, well, I can't say more. We're probably even, no, he's a little more competitive than I am. I was so scared. I was like, my God, I'm like, it's Teacher of the Year. I know I want to win, but if I don't, are you all right? You know, he's so I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to figure out if, I told him, I said, if they say Mrs. something, I know that's not me. I'm knocking the T over. So, so Dr. Hoover, we did that. And I definitely want to thank Miss Gray, who is my 7th grade administrator. I definitely appreciate her, and both of them allow me to be me, and that's the most important thing. And I really appreciate that. And they do such a wonderful job. I don't know how much time I have, but I feel like I'm on a red carpet, so I'm gonna do my thing. Um, and I have someone who showed up today. She decided she was going to crash the party. That's Miss Thomas, our 8th grade administrator. So I definitely want to thank her for showing up, and I appreciate her support, and Mr. Eversole, who did not make it as well. But I will say to all of you, thank you guys, and it's a honor to be here and standing in front of all of you. Each of us do well in what we do. I mean, we're all good at what we do and stuff, and to pick one out of all of you guys, I mean, I know there's only 9 males, so I was figuring all that out. That gave me a better chance if they said Mr., so I was like, good, all right. So that worked out really well. But I've always said that it's not one person. One person does not do it, and I've heard it earlier that we stand on the shoulders of those before us, and truly we do. In my paper that we submitted, that long thing that we did, I thank the teachers that I had growing up. Being in high school, I remember playing football as a quarterback at a high school team. I couldn't tell it now, don't run, but I was on the high school football team, and I remember carrying a 60. That was when it was a D, not an F, so it was a D, and we were in our last test, and he broke it down into 3 different tests so that I was able to, 3 different parts, and I ended up passing all 3 of them, ended up getting a 70, which was a C, and I was thrilled to death, and he told me, you're welcome. And I was like, you're welcome. All right, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm be out to play football on Friday night. Who cares? That type of thing. But what I now know is that at that time, he was helping me out. He knew that, I was struggling, and that one test could have kept me out of the game. But I was a student that he saw a lot in. I was a student that he wanted to help. And at that moment, he helped me out. And so I definitely appreciate him. Mr. Wilkes, I definitely would say that. I appreciate you. So many people in the past. But I definitely want to thank Mr. Henderson for giving me my first opportunity when I got here to North Carolina over at Shiloh. I then went over and I was under Ms. Parker for a while there, and then I went on to, I have to thank our SRO officer at East Union. I was coaching basketball over against them, and I told her, I said, I did not realize there was so many kids in here that I enjoy being around. And so she said, well, we need some more teachers over here. And I said, well, all right, I'm coming next year. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And immediately I put in, she got information for me. I put in for a transfer, and it's been great. Ever since that day, it's been wonderful. So, I had Dr. Plew there. I thank him for giving me that opportunity as well. It's been great. It's been an awesome ride. I enjoy it. I will do the best that I can to represent this wonderful, wonderful county of teachers and just our district altogether. I think all of you are phenomenal. All of you are wonderful. I definitely want to thank my 7th grade team because they hear it all the time. And Dr. Davis put it that I'm this person who's running around. They're tired when they go home. Yes, they are tired when they go home because they have to hear everything I got to say, and I'm going to let it be known. And so I thank all of them. I'm not even going to say their names because they're going to ask me later on. They're probably blowing up your text thing there talking about names, and I'm not even going to go there. So I really appreciate that. But the one reason that I enjoy teaching so much is that the kids are so important, and when I see them every day, it brings a smile on my face. They make me mad, and sometimes I go home and I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? But then I come back the next day, it's a new day. And I specifically enjoy the group of kids that I have at East Union. I've always said, and I'm not shy about saying it, that wherever you go, if I'm at Sun Valley, if I'm at Cuthbertson and certain places, the population of kids are going to be okay without me as their teacher. And I'm not saying that to be boastful or anything like that, but that's just how I feel. And I felt that, coming to East Union, those kids, they need an opportunity to have a good teacher as well. And that is the reason why I went there, and that is the reason why I continue to stay there, and I will continue to do the best that I can every day with them because they're not going to be in my lives for the rest of my life, but they'll always remember me, and I hope so. And but I want to impact them in a certain way. So I know sometimes, that side, we get a lot of different, people have different opinions, but our kids are special. They're special to us, and we love them, and as all of you guys do, no matter where you're at. But it's wonderful, and I'm just very humble. I appreciate it. I'm relieved that all this is done. And so I think I can actually go home. By the way, that chicken was very good. I couldn't eat it all. I was a little nervous, just, so appreciate that. But again, I say thank you to everyone here, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to representing Union County schools. This district is wonderful. There's no better place here in North Carolina, I know that. So I definitely want to thank you all, and have a good night. So.
There's one other presentation to make to Mr. Johnson as the Union County Public Schools Teacher of the Year for 2012-2013. The Union County Education Foundation is the sponsor of the laptop computer, and Mr. Dick Baker, I believe, is going to come forward and assist with that presentation. And while he's coming up, I did want to recognize that we did miss one of the board members. Mr. Gary Sides is here tonight. Gary, we appreciate you being here. And Dr. Ellis said, oh, I forgot him. He's one of my favorite people in all the world. So we appreciate what Gary does for the foundation. So, Dick, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Davis. Good evening, everyone. We will be brief. This past year, I hope as many of you know, we began the Union County Public Education Foundation. We're the new kids on the block. And we want to be one of, and we will be, one of the building blocks of making Union County Public Schools and public education in Union County one of the very best in the state of North Carolina and in the United States. In fact, we're going to be a big building block, hopefully in the not too distant future. So it's our privilege and our pleasure to participate tonight in joining this presentation to Maxie. And we're going to announce a new tradition tonight, and that is beginning tonight and going forward, every year the laptop computer for the Teacher of the Year will be provided by the Union County Public Education Foundation. So Maxie, as the first recipient, it's my honor and privilege to present to you, for your personal use, forever and ever, amen, a brand spanking new state-of-the-art Dell Laptop computer on behalf of the Union County Public Education and all of us for the great things you do for our students. And there's one other tradition, too, that we're starting tonight. On the top of your laptop, you will find a little engraved plate. And the reason for that is we want you, whenever you use that computer or take it out or open it up to use it, to remember tonight, to remember this honor, to remember that you represent all of us, and to remember the impact you have on all of our children. So thank you again for everything you do. Congratulations.
Well, it's been a great night, and a lot of people to thank. I want to first of all thank Dr. Clark and his staff. They always do a wonderful job of putting all this together and organizing this. It's kind of like our Academy Awards, I guess you would say, and they do a great job with it. Certainly want to thank the Union County Public Education Foundation. We appreciate them sponsoring the laptop. I think that's a wonderful thing for the foundation to be involved in, and a wonderful way for them to help out with what we're trying to do in recognizing our outstanding teachers. I want to thank all those that served on the selection committees. They were recognized before, but that's a big task, and I think the way that that process is done ensures us of getting a really quality person selected as our Teacher of the Year, and we appreciate their work. And thanks to the Pierce Group. Bill Duncan, pleasure to meet you tonight, and good to have you with us, and a pleasure to have you as our partner in sponsoring this special evening. You know, all teachers are special. And you're, as I said earlier, among the elite group as being selected as a Teacher of the Year in your school. And you know, I've been able to do a lot of different things. And one thing that I'm privileged to do now is do a little bit of teaching at Wingate University. And the students, you know, in college, they evaluate you. And you get written comments back on their, and you know, one of the nicest compliments that I was paid recently was, the man knows how to teach. He still has it. And you know, that was the greatest compliment anybody could pay me, because they were identifying me with you. Because you're the heroes in this school system, the people who teach the kids every day. All the rest of us are just window dressing, and we're just support for what you do. Thank you for what you do. These tough times will pass, but you will endure. And good night to all of you, and God bless you. Thank you.